Hello everyone, my name is Lana and I'm recording this video for my health yoga channel for the 365 days of healing. That healing process is really important, especially right now with everything that is going on in the world. So today I wanted to share with you my experience and maybe show you some practices that would help you and guide you along the way. One of the really important takeaways that I had from my yoga practice is that the yoga practice has to be expanded into a much broader state of things. So I'm assuming if you're watching this channel that you are already a yogi or on a way to becoming a yogi or deepening your yoga practice and looking for the ways to start living a harmonious life. And if we simply break down our life activities, I would just say there will be three sections. And those three sections are number one is our health. And as we all understand, without health, like it's a base, it's a foundation, without having that health, it's literally hardly possible to do anything in life. You are very limited. And therefore, it's very important that you work on that base first. And if you have children, one of the best recommendations I'd give you is probably to just work on that right from the beginning so that they become aware beings right from the beginning and they understand. And when I say the word health, I want you to see a much bigger picture behind it. Like health in general is like I'm feeling well, right? But in fact, health is way more than that. Health is all about, our being. And the practice that I have learned from my master, who is actually my mother-in-law, is really amazing in a way that she showed me that we are the beings and we are capable of working on ourselves from the nanoparticle level. So if you go to the smallest particle in the world that are known to us, and we can work it up all the way up to the level of the universe and infinity. So I want you to see that spectrum. The spectrum is really big, and maybe you can start feeling that how you can quickly shrink all the way down to the smallest particle and then expand all the way up in the universe. And that is all you. So we are going way further down beyond the borders of our physical body. And within that, like, I hope you start feeling those goosebumps. But within that realm, we have different types of the body, right? So we know that we have different kosher layers and things like that. But generally, working on the spiritual levels, working on your energetic and emotional levels, and then working on your physical levels. Not just quickly pause on the physical levels, because usually that where, like especially the beginning journey of the yoga, that's where people get it the most. So I would just say that in the beginning, when you work on your physical body, one of the things that are very much underrated is physically, it's very much promoted, and we can see how much it's been pushed for us to look really well, right? And there is a reason behind it. If somebody looks well, most likely they feel well. But sometimes that's not the case, because with all the artificial amendments that we are able to do to our bodies and things like that, that becomes a little bit not true. So working on your internal wealth is the priority. And what that meant for me is when I met my mother-in-law, I was in sports, by the way, for so many years. But when I met her, she really made that point. Like, do you know any single practice that would work on your nervous system? And By that time, of course, I wouldn't know. And she showed me the connection of the nervous system and everything. Like, I want you to draw, like, use your imagination right now and just feel like draw that skeleton and then all the nerves going in and out. But your nervous system is kind of like an electrical conduct, right? So the electricity flows through your body, and this is how you get the signal, and this is how the energy is delivered and distributed. And in that regard, so working on your nervous system is one of the most important aspects when you're working on your physical body. So, in order to feel well, you need to pay attention to how much you work on your nervous system. And the exercise that we are doing today is going to be really simple because I believe in this. I believe in yoga practice that you can do every single minute of your life, 24 hours, 24 by 7 by 365, which really probably fits into the name of the program. And you don't have to be on the mat, you don't have to have anything specific, you just have to be really aware of what is going on. So I'll ask you right now to just feel the soles of your feet. You don't need to close your eyes, you don't need to do anything, you can just keep watching the video, but feel the soles of your feet. And then feel the race of the energy. So as you feel the soles of your feet, you can feel right from the soles of your feet go to your ankles and feel your ankles, and then all the way up through the calves to your knees, and then all the way up through the thighs to your hips to your pelvis. Start feeling the depths of the pelvis and just go within. It's a really heavy bone, so we just go all the way in deeply, and then start raising the energy all the way up through the spine. So the lower back part, and then go all the way to the mid of the back. Feel the rib cage. Maybe imagine that skeleton again and a little bit of like the nerves and things as you go all the way up to the interscapular area in between the shoulder blades towards your shoulders, and go through the arms and go through your right arm in the beginning. So feel how the energy flows right from your right shoulder to the right elbow to the right wrist to your hand to the fingertips. See the difference? I want you to feel the difference in between your right hand and your left hand. Now start becoming consciously aware of your left arm and your left hand. So left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left hand, and the fingertips. Collect that energy from your arms like as if you were hugging someone. So you're giving someone a hug. And then the energy comes all the way in towards your heart and it collects, and you can feel the race now like through your neck, all the way through the back of your skull and all the way up the top. So you draw that energy. It's like a fontaine and a rainbow comes out of your head. And this simple exercise, you see, it opens up, it really makes you awake. And one of the things that we want to do, and this is your body, mind, and soul connection, right? We want to have that heart connection. But I wanted to see that connection in between the physical body and the spiritual body by doing this simple example, like the simple exercise that we just did. And when we work on the physical body, so that's number one, health that we're discussing today. So, with the health part, also please become aware when you're watching different practices, when you're doing different practices. And by practices, I mean you could be going to the gym or doing your yoga practice, or bike rides, or swimming, or any other physical activities that are performed for your body, even including meditation and things like that. You can really start managing things on a deeper level. So, important parts here is that you start paying attention to your internal organs way more than to your muscles. Like that's why I brought the examples of all the sports, but you shift your attention all the way towards from your muscles towards your internal organs and other systems in the body, your lymphatic system, your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, like I mentioned before, and your skeleton, like your bones, are super powerful. And by saying super powerful, I don't have many examples here, but have you seen those Chinese monks usually like lifting the car with their legs just because their bones are so strong they can keep up 3 tons? That's pretty much what I mean by that. You can train your physical body in a way that your bones become really dense and they can hold the structure, and your nervous system becomes really, trained. Your internal organs, we have all the different, in our practice we have all the different organ exercises, so we breathe with the organs, and do different things like, to massage them and do a lot of self massage on the internal organs, but also like pay attention to cleansing. So hopefully by now I'm explaining my point. I want you to see how holistic this whole thing is. And when you work on your body holistically in that way, miracle starts to happen. So you uncover your first level, and by constantly cleansing and training your body, training your mind, you become a more aware person. And this creates your first step. Like first step, you come on the step one, and then stage two, stage three, and you continue along the line. The more you work on that, the higher you go, and you will, at some point you will notice that there is a big difference in between like staying here on that level and going up to the level. Some of you watching here might be on a higher level, and the understanding of all the signals around comes so that you can feel the environment around you, just because your aura starts vibrating really high, so you can read the signals, you can understand what is going on and get the feedback even without like you using your major organ, which is eyes. So you start becoming so much aware, so much intuitive. So my message for today is really simple. I just want to wrap up what I was trying to say is that we have like 3 different areas that are really important in life. And 2 others that I didn't go through today would be, once you work out your health, you really need to start looking into the relationships and communication. And then you need to look into the wealth, which we may cover in the other sessions. But for now, I just want you to understand that when I say health, like in general, we mean this whole huge area. And I know that Gary and Phil has been working in this field endlessly. And I'm very grateful to actually be one of the people who have completed the yoga teacher training certificate with her a few years back now. But to start working on that level, really bringing up your energy on every single level, like skin, nails, ears. And you can do that while bike riding. You can start just feeling those. So a little example would be here. If you just lift your shoulders up, just lift them up gently all the way into your ears, and then gently release. You can feel a little bit of the release of the energy, but then we'll start moving the joint, right? Just really rolling the shoulders. And I want you to start feeling on a much deeper level. So feel your skin, and then you feel all the muscles, and then you feel the joint inside. And when I say feel, try to visualize that as well. And then you start feeling the bone structure and the marrow inside the bone. And as you release, just take a moment to reflect how that part of the body feels. Do you feel anything special about it? Do you feel like a nice, warm feeling? This is the indicator that the energy, because you were using your mind to bring it attention, and where attention goes, energy flows, we all know. So you were using your mind to bring your attention right here. And this is how the healing has happened in that part right now. All right, I'll wrap up at this. I appreciate you watching my video. Namaste. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you in more videos in the future. Thank you.